And I remember holding my friend's hand. That was the last thing I remember doing. She was in the aisle seat next to mine. And that was like the last thing I did. The last person I looked at, spoke to on that plane. And then it was just darkness. I assume at that point that's when the plane.
Welcome back to the channel, where we take to the skies and explore the highs and lows of aviation. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. In our last video, we shared some incredible stories of airplane crash survivors, like Kelechi Okwuchi, who has an inspiring tale of resilience and strength. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out after this one. Today, we're going to tackle a critical topic: how to survive an airplane crash. Yes, it's a serious subject, but don't worry. We'll keep it light and informative. Let's dive right in. First things first, let's talk about the science. Did you know that over 95% of airplane crashes have survivors? That's right. Despite what Hollywood might have you believe, the odds are actually in your favor. But there are a few key things you need to know to increase your chances of walking away unscathed. When flying, opt for long pants, long-sleeved shirts, and sturdy shoes. Skip the flip-flops and shorts. In the event of a crash, you want to protect your skin from sharp objects and fire. Think of it as prepping for the world's least fun camping trip. Yes, I know, you've heard it a million times, but seriously, pay attention. Those flight attendants are giving you a life-saving tutorial. And hey, it's free. Once you're seated, count the number of rows to your nearest exit. In an emergency, visibility might be low, and you'll need to feel your way out. Just pretend you're playing a high-stakes game of musical chairs. When you hear brace, 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 do it. The brace position isn't just an awkward yoga pose. It significantly reduces your chances of injury during impact. Easier said than done, right? But keeping your cool and getting out of the aircraft swiftly can save your life. Think of it as your chance to shine in your own action movie. Now, let's talk about some real-life heroes. Remember Kelechi Okwuchi? She survived the Sosoliso Airlines Flight 1145 crash in 2005 and has since become a beacon of hope and inspiration. Then there's Annette Herfkens, the sole survivor of Vietnam Airlines Flight 474. These stories remind us that survival is possible, and staying informed can make all the difference. And there you have it, folks, a few simple steps that can tilt the odds in your favor if you ever find yourself in an unlikely emergency. Remember, flying is still the safest mode of travel, but it never hurts to be prepared. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to Flight Realities, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Of all but one passenger. 4-year-old Cecilia Kitchen emerged as the sole survivor, sustaining severe injuries but displaying incredible resilience. In 1972, Vesna Vulovic found herself aboard JT5367 C9 en route from Stockholm to Belgrade. Mistakenly placed on the flight, she unknowingly embarked on a journey that would end in disaster. After a bomb exploded on board, the aircraft disintegrated over Czechoslovakia, killing 28 passengers and crew members. Miraculously, Vesna survived, trapped by a food trolley that shielded her from the fatal plunge. In 2009, Yemenia Flight 626 crashed into the ocean near Comoros, with Bahia Bakari as the sole survivor. Despite being ejected from the plane and lacking swimming skills or a life jacket, Bahia clung to a piece of fuselage for 9 hours until she was rescued by a passing ship. More recently, in 2010, Afrikia Airways Flight 771 encountered critical errors during its approach to Tripoli Airport, resulting in a devastating crash. While many perished, some survived with serious injuries, highlighting the importance of aviation safety protocols and procedures. Surviving an airplane crash is a fight for survival. It's a test of physical strength, mental fortitude, and sheer willpower.
I remember holding my friend's hand. That was the last thing I remember doing. She was in the aisle seat next to mine. And that was like the last thing I did. The last person I looked at, spoke to on that plane. And then it was just darkness. I assume at that point that's when the plane actually crashed. And it was just darkness until I was opening my eyes and I was in a hospital bed in South Africa. And 5 weeks had passed and I was waking up from a coma. I was told later on that the plane crashed and exploded. No one except 2 people survived.
Have you ever experienced an in-flight emergency? How did you handle it? Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your seatbelt fastened and your tray tables in the upright position. Safe travels, everyone.